If you're new to RVing and you're not sure where you should start, do you get the little one with no slide? Do you get the big one with a slide? Maybe you want to look at one that's a little bit in between. Hello everybody, welcome to Meridian, Idaho. My name is Josh the RV Nerd, this is Bish's RV, and that is the 242 J Flight back here. And like I said, it's that perfect, you got baby bear, papa bear, this is mama bear, right in between where the porridge isn't too hot. It gives us a couple big bunks that are 600-pound rated, nice for those bigger kids, because I don't know about your kids, my kids only get one size. Like, my kids don't have that Benjamin Button reverse aging disease. My daughter just keeps getting bigger. But, and you know, when she brings a friend, it is nice to have a little bit separated space for him now that she is in her tween years, as it were. This one also has the best warranty available in this class out there. 2 + 3 years of coverage, 2-year warranty, 3 years structural. There's really nobody else in this class doing anything like that. But it has some smart upgraded kind of features, like it does have an enclosed underbelly. We're looking at one today. This is actually a Western Edition version that comes out of the Idaho facility, slightly different from the Indiana models that you've kind of seen in the past. I'm going to try to show you what is a little bit different between them as we go. But we're looking at one here with a solar package as well, which is kind of cool. You have a choice between a couple different refrigerators, but you've got things like plywood floor and roofing, stuff that'll hold up a little longer, pocket screwed cabinetry. You know, there's a lot of features on this they don't read necessarily as entry level, but this is what Jayco would call their entry level product. It's got a lot of smart features in it. Now, it's not perfect. It's not without a couple hiccups. Like if you're tall like me, the bed's a little bit of a challenge because it is a short queen and I'm a tall nerd, you know? So there's good with the bad, and that is the kind of stuff that I'm going to show you along the way in this video. If you've never owned an RV, I want to give you the insights from years of experience gathered from camping myself, being a professional looker-atter of RVers, and gathering just all kinds of insights and wisdom from the audience at home. You folks drive this channel and you help each other. And I just happen to have this little outlet through our camping community that we all get a chance to do that together. And if you appreciate that, hit that like button and subscribe to our videos. Let's roll, baby. And you know, I'm really glad that you're getting to see the cottage decor today, because it's like the last umpteenth Jayco RVs I've touched have coincidentally all been outfitted in the modern farmhouse whitewood tone decor. So it is nice, I think, that you get to see that there is another option. That is what I call a true U-dinette, where if that folds down, an adult could actually sleep on it. Note those household and USB outlets too. That's a nice touch. Carpetless, no toe stubber slide. That's another thing that not every brand does here. But I will show you good with the bad. Like, it's screaming hot, so I've got most of the window shades drawn right now. Those are both breeze windows. That's nice. I don't know why there's only one slide side breeze window and not the other, because it doesn't really work extremely well without a partner. But I'll show you what is. I won't try to pass this thing through a salesy filter. I will let you decide if that's good or not. And at any point, there's no wrong answers there. You could say, this sucks, or man, that's great. My phone's going off right now. They're gonna have to wait. We're recording, baby. Up top here, we've got our centralized air, and I really stress the word centralized because not everything in this class has it. You also have the option of upgrading to a larger 15,000 BTU air unit, which is excellent if you really want to get some maximum cooling function in there. Frankly, even in this little box, even just living in the Midwest where I normally am, I would want that. I would want that. Now, they've done some changes since last year when this was called SLX. Now, J-Flight is J-Flight. They reintroduced floor heating vents into this, which is a more effective heating system, but it does mean that you now have floor vents that the kids can drop Skittles in. But in doing so, they maximized the storage, and they were able to regain some otherwise lost drawer space. Now, again, we're looking at a Western Edition model that has a couple different variances from the Midwestern models, one of which is that these get bigger refrigerators. That's an 8 cubic foot gas electric instead of a 6. Now, both Eastern and Western versions also have the option of being outfitted with a 12-volt DC compressor fridge. And this is just my 2 cents. As we go through this video, let me know if you would like to see the Western Edition features outfitted on the Eastern models and see some standardization of the J-Flight family. Personally, I really would. So let me wrap out some quick Western Edition upgrades over the Eastern Edition package. Bigger freshwater capacity at 80 gallons, which is fantastic. Personally, I'd be happy with at least 60. I think 60 across the board would be enough, but 80's amazing. The Western Edition also, instead of just a mirror on the wall, gets a full medicine cabinet. I would personally really like to see that done on the Eastern Edition models. These also get bigger propane tanks. Instead of 20s, you get 30 pounders, which is nice. Either way, though, you have that 6'9" ceiling, and that is a monstrously large shower. Not only is it taller than the average bear, but I mean, that is a monstrously large shower. So if you got to get in there and bathe a Labrador, you got the space to do it. And sliding our way out of the bathroom right here, looking over, not a lot of campsite window coverage, but it does have a full window in the door, which certainly helps. Now, the thing is, there's a regular viewer. His name is Steve Z. He's going to watch this video, and he's about to shake his head and say, once again, another family bunkhouse model that can sleep 6 or 7 people, but it only has, you know, a U-dinette that's uncomfortable for seating, and what are you going to do on a rainy day? And frankly, I'm not criticizing Steve. He brings up some valid points. Those are excellent points of concern that I think everyone should consider. This is the kind of camper, though, I think most of your time you're going to spend outside and you're just going to deal with a rainy day. My daughter would probably be happy just crashing on the bunk with her phone most of the time. Oh, crap. I didn't open any of the storage. I'm so sorry. So first of all, we're looking at an optional TV. Opening everything up here on the entertainment center, you see that you also have sliding pocket privacy doors, which is very cool. The dinette, obviously, again, folds down into a sleeper. All pocket screwed cabinetry. And again, we're getting the bigger refrigerator on this one. Sorry, I can't believe I nearly forgot to do that. I'm glad I remembered at the last second here. Okay. I think we got all that. All right. Moving on here a little bit. This is interesting. It must be a Western Edition thing. They get sink covers, and I don't believe the Eastern Editions do. I would certainly like that on the Eastern Editions. And once again, I ask for your input. Now, I don't know that I necessarily need to ask for your input on the one I'm about to share with you. Up front here, this is a camp queen. This is a short queen. And at best, you're probably neutral on this. At worst, that was a deal breaker, especially when it is dead up against the entertainment wall right there, that island-style entertainment center. So, again, I hope you appreciate that I share the good facts with the not-so-good facts all the time. I do like the wide-open side stands, though. And over here, if you do get the optional solar package, this is where the charge controller is going to be located, and the roof prep wiring is straight above us. And again, if you're new to camping, if you've never seen one of our videos before, one of the things I like to do is I like to close the slides to show you what is and what is not accessible in what I call road mode. And if you've never camped, if you're a first timer, you don't realize there's something about bouncing down the highway. There's some kind of internal trigger in a kid's mind. 5 seconds after you pass an exit, like a rest stop on the highway, your kids magically, Mom, Dad, I have to potty. So being able to get through a camper like this to get to the bathroom without touching the slide is really, really handy. Also, if you need to make an overnight stay, having those bunks accessible, having the kitchen and the refrigerator accessible, those are extremely handy features. And this floor plan, it's got a couple faults, but road mode ain't one of them. So outside here, I thought it would actually be kind of cool to start over here on the driver's side, looking at the full-size baggage door in the thru pass-through. And I want to point all that stuff out because, again, if you've never camped before, you may not realize that's not stuff that everybody does. There are quite a few brands that might do a tiny baggage door on that side or no compartment door whatsoever, which makes accessing your cargo difficult, potentially impossible. Now, again, we are looking at a Western edition version of this, so it's technically a 242 BHSW, and one of the differences there is that you'll see the 30-pound propane tanks instead of 20s like you find built out of the Indiana facility. You are also seeing a little bit different tire package on this one, outfitted with Goodyear Wranglers, but no matter what, you'll still have Goodyear Endurance radials, so they're both 87-mile-an-hour rated. And no matter what, you always get that good 2+3 year warranty, giving you the maximum amount of coverage and peace of mind I've ever seen offered in this class and category right here. Now, there's also some nice details, some things that are kind of boring to talk about, but not always found in this class, and I think are very important, like the tinted windows, because it is screaming hot sunshine right now, and anything you can do to keep the sunshine cooled off and out of your RV is going to be a welcome beneficial feature. The stable steps have since been standardized. These were previously an optional item, and that is what I call the Miss Piggy karate chop door, because you can literally hi-ya karate chop that thing and it won't go slamming against the side of the RV. Also, a couple key little details. Look at this guy right here. That is your stovetop vent. The fact that it actually does exhaust the hot air from cooking outside of the RV, again, is just not something that every RV necessarily does. They've revised their camp kitchen this year, and they finally standardized the inclusion of that griddle with it. I don't think anyone's unhappy to see the griddle. Let me ask you, are you glad? Are you unhappy that they finally started including a standard cooker in this instead of an optional one? It never made sense to me. But they did also get rid of the sink. Even though it was a nested sink, it was inside of there, I still kind of like that they had a sink, you know? That's just a personal preference. Now, if that griddle's sitting a little too high for you, which you'll be able to size that up when you see it, you know, in stunningly lifelike 3D when you come visit one of our dealerships, you can actually flip that little U-bolt bracket on the bottom side of the bumper, and you can drop that thing, you know, like a good 6 inches. Now, an exceptional thing that is industry exclusive in this class is the turn signal safety lighting. I am not aware of anyone else in any stick and tin camper offering that. Where if you shift into reverse, there are extra lights that ignite so you have a little bit better view of what you're doing. But the big ones, some other brands do that. Let's say you flip on your left-hand turn signal. All the lights down the left side of the RV blink with your turn signals. Most brands, they don't do that. You know, that's the Jayco doing Jayco things advantage. Also, not only are they prepping for a real roof ladder, not a detachable one, they offer a factory optional one like we're looking at there. And peeking at the roof, you are also getting to see that 200-watt factory solar package that is another option available on these, whether it's the Idaho built units or these. Or Idaho or Indiana. Sorry, this is Idaho. That's kind of, what's the time in London and England? I'm an idiot. By the way, it's very obvious if you're looking at a Western built unit, they still sneak the picture of the Rocky Mountains in there. Black tank flush, outside hot cold utility shower. Again, standout features in a class and category like this. Not everybody in this class is standardizing the underbelly enclosure like they're doing right here, so that's another fantastic find. Additionally, I tell you what, they have some good clearance on the sewer pipe of that thing. Overall, again, if this is going to be your first camper, or if you're updating from a pop-up or a no-slide, I think you got a winner right here. I've always liked this one. So I will leave you a couple links in the video description to check for pricing and availability, because remember, this is different from the ones out east. So different dealerships with different shipping distances and different equipment packages going to have different pricing, even if it's all within the Bish's organization, because they're not all necessarily created the same or equal. They're not all just carbon copy punch outs of one another, just like cars. You know, you got different equipment, different trim packages, same thing. The other thing that I'll do is I'll leave you a couple links, like if you want one that's the next size bigger with a super slide, or you want one with no slide, I got a couple other things for you to check out that I think you're gonna like. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.